some of the line breaks. But we knew before the game we were playing against obviously the best team in the competition, the current champions. But we went out there and gave it all we could, and that we couldn't ask any more of the players really. So we're very proud of them in that respect. The scoreboard looks a bit painful, but in terms of the performance, there were lots to take out of the match.
Thank you, Phil. First question here on the right. Front row, just here. Thank you.
Can I ask both Phil and Johan, can you explain how you prepare a team, say psychologically, for a game like that where you know it's going to be so hard? And what was it actually like to play as well, Johan?
Start.
Okay. Konnichiwa, everyone. First of all, it's you always there's a bit of butterflies in your stomach when you know you're playing the world champions. So the preparation in the week, we only focused on the things we're good at and try to focus on that and not necessarily things on the things they are really good in, because there's a lot of things you have to be focused on if you look at their game the whole time. So we try to focus on our game, and like the first half, I think we were pretty good. Like Coach Phil said, we had a few line breaks. Second half, few mistakes from us led to them scoring points, and we lost a bit of momentum. But yeah, it's always an honor and a privilege to play a team like this.
Yeah, so it was about preparing ourselves, and just as rugby players, as I know myself, what it's like to play for your national team. It's to play against New Zealand or to play at the World Cup is a phenomenal and fantastic opportunity and challenge, and that's what we talked about. We talked about taking on the challenge and embracing the opportunity. And we focused on a lot of things that we wanted to do in terms of performance goals. I thought our breakdown work in the first half, for example, was pretty slick and pretty quick, which allowed us to play some good continuity rugby. So those type of things we talked about, and the players did themselves, as I say, proud, focusing on taking that opportunity and rising to that challenge.
Next question in the second row, and then we'll come here after.
Phil, can you describe the sort of physical toll it takes to try and go toe-to-toe with the All Blacks? A lot of your players seem to sort of go off in sort of pretty bad ways in the second half.
It was all right in the box, actually. I feel quite good. But no, it's a tough one. We're not too bad, actually. Obviously we're banged up. There's no doubt about that. But I've seen us in worse shape over the period of time I've been there. So it's great testimony to the players and to the conditioning staff that we're at a level we currently are. And yeah, we're sore, but we're not sort of bowed or beaten up too much, to be fair.
Here in the front row.
Thank you, Phil and Johan. That first 30 minutes was incredible. You kept the All Blacks to just 10 points to 9 and kept most of the ball that time as well. So can you just tell us how you prepared the boys to bring that level of performance, and then how you can take that forward to the Canada game next week as well?
I think we've done a lot of work on some of our core skills over the course of the cycle, which has been a 4-year cycle, obviously. But particularly these last couple of weeks, we've concentrated on transition rugby. And what I mean by that is chaos, basically, multi-phase rugby, be able to retain and create our shape quickly in attack, and obviously create our shape in defence quickly as well. So that's what you saw, I think, in the first half, our ability to transition well with or without the ball, but particularly with the ball, as been mentioned, and that's something that we'll work on in the forthcoming week as well.
Yeah, I think we just try to keep the ball. We know what the New Zealanders can do if they have the ball in hand. Everyone could see that, but the first half we just tried to keep the ball, play boring rugby, keep the ball away from them, and that worked for us, because I think we had the upper hand in possession the first 30 minutes. So if we could have done it longer periods in the game, it would have been better. But yeah, this 30 minutes was really good regarding that.
Okay. Next question in the back corner against the back wall. Oh, okay, we'll go here. Yeah.
キャプテンに伺いたいんですが、試合をやっていて前半と後半でオールブラックスの戦いぶりの違いっていうのは何か感じたことがありますでしょうか。
I think the first half, like I mentioned, we had the ball and they couldn't get their hands on the ball. Second half, we made a few mistakes and gave them the ball, and that led to them scoring tries because they are a really quality side. You don't want to give them the ball, and they can punish you from anywhere on the field. So I think they just upped the tempo a bit. Their ruck speed is really quick, and they punished us.
At the back, please. Behind you. Thank you.
Coach, what was your feeling at the halftime, and what was your speech to your players?
That's a good question. Yeah, we were pleased at half-time, obviously. We were a little bit disappointed to concede the late try. I think it was on 43 minutes. But, you know, the focus was on making sure that we were calm and we were concentrated. You know, physicality, that we were effective in the collisions with and without the ball, whether we're using footwork when we're carrying the ball, and to make sure we try to win quality possession and retain it. So those were the key things that we talked about. And as Johanna said, unfortunately, early on in the second half, we lost a bit of momentum in relation to the momentum we had in the first half. But we kept fighting and we kept battling, which is, you know, the most important thing. That's why I'm, you know, very proud of the players.
For both, how heavy is the load of not having a win in the Rugby World Cup? Maybe today was not the day, but other games. And how do you like your chances of breaking that next game against Canada?
I think, you know, if as has been documented on many occasions in Namibia, we have a lot of amateur players. We do not have a professional league in the country, but what the players have done before us, I think, is sort of pioneer an experience and a legacy of actually being at World Cups, which is one thing. But I think what we've done where other teams, or what we've been able to do, sorry, that other teams haven't, is have a 4-year consistent preparation. We have a younger group of players. I think this is a younger squad to ever come to a World Cup, and we're better prepared. So we've given ourselves the best opportunity to try and, as I said to the players in the dressing room, if we prepare well this week, we have an opportunity of getting a favourable outcome. So, you know, we're in the best position we could have possibly been, and that's exciting.
Okay, just here in the front row, and then the next one over there.
Hi chaps, well done today, fantastic effort. You said you wanted to try to play boring rugby. That last try from New Zealand was anything but. Are you able to appreciate the skills you see like that in a try like that?
Yeah, I was off my seat, actually. I was off my seat with the effort of the tackle, but also with you know, Perenara's effort to get in the corner there was incredible. So, again, it's just, you know, very pleasing to be sort of in a game of rugby where we've made a huge contribution to the spectacle on the field. The supporters in the stadiums have been fantastic, and today was no different. So, you know, it was, as a rugby man, you know, through and through, it was a good game to be involved with, and that last little bit there perhaps epitomised everything that had gone on before.
On the far side, please. Just have time for 2 more.
Phil, you've already touched on this, and you've spoken about it being an opportunity for Namibia's players to come to a World Cup, play Tier 1 teams. Is there ever going to be a time, in perhaps our lifetimes, you know, we're in the 9th edition of the World Cup now, where it's not going to be an opportunity, it's going to be, this is going to be far more even, we're going to beat these guys?
Wow. That would be good. Yeah, I think, if I heard you correctly, I think it is an opportunity and a challenge, but I think, you know, it comes to consistency of preparation. You know, we have a good culture, but we need a cohesive system over a long period of time. maybe a couple of generations in order to get to a level where we can actually, compete. We've got better as the tournament's gone on. We played Italy, obviously. Italy was our first Tier 1 competition since we played Argentina at the last World Cup. So it's a case of trying to get our infrastructure in place and then keep building and try to play, more competitive rugby in between. We are getting good competition with Nations Cup, Currie Cup, etc. But as you say, we very rarely play the Tier 1 teams in between World Cups, and that is something that is a work on, I suppose, for everyone involved.
Thank you. Okay.
次のカナダ戦、最後のカナダ戦は、8年前にですね、大きな震災があった岩手県の釜石市という場所で行われるんですけれども、そういう場所で試合をする思いと合わせて勝利への意気込みをキャプテンにお願いします。
Just firstly, I think I visited Kamarashi in December, and it's an amazing place. The way that they've sort of fought back from that disaster really is incredible, using the spirit of rugby to rebuild the city. So, we feel very privileged and humbled that we're trying to add to that rebuild, and hopefully we can leave a positive legacy post-match.
Yeah, I think like I said earlier, we have to keep focusing on what we are good at and just have a good week of preparation. We do have a bit of trouble, but I think it's the best chance we have to beat Canada. So although they also want to win and they're also a good team, I think we do have a chance, and we just have to work hard this week. And I think at the end of the day, it's the team who wants it most will get it.
Thank you. The final question will be here in the second row.
キャプテンにお願いします。今回ニュージーランド、サウスアフリカ、イタリーっていうティア1のチーム、特に強いチーム3つとやりました。ナミビアのラグビーの歴史においてこの3つと一つの大会で戦えたこと、どのように考えているかということを聞かせてください。それと今回日本のチームがやはりティア2ですけれども、上位のチームに勝ち続けています。こういうパフォーマンスっていうのは同じティア2のナミビアにとって何かメッセージになっているかどうか聞かせてください。お願いします。
Yes, definitely. I think Japan showed us in the past that they beat Tier 1 teams, and that's due to just hard work and the will to win and a bit of experience. They play Tier 1 teams more often than we do, so I think for us it's a really big opportunity, and it's really big experience just to play them and learn from them and see all the skills they do, and the running lines and all the detail in the rucks and how quick they can make the rucks. It's things that we can learn and take into our game, and we played Italy, South Africa and New Zealand now, so if we can take all the positives from those 3 games into the next game, I think it will improve us and will give us more confidence.
Okay. Thank you, everybody.
Thank
you, guys.